County do. Take your ass over to Zott Ford and Holly and get yourself a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV this holiday season. As you know, there's no better way to support TDC than to support our sponsors, and our friends at Zott Ford were our very first. Surf their sexy deals and massive inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Do you know, we were talking last night about the Christmas, the white person Christmas, the wrapping of the car.
Yes,
Adam, the
emailer Adam chimed in with a short grievance about just how white person the whole buying a car for Christmas commercial is.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely awful.
That's really, I think Lexus. Like, Lexus has jumped into that world.
Very much.
I was going to ask, does Gabbara, do you know, or maybe he could write in and let us know if he offers the giant bow.
Yeah.
Like, if someone wants to do that the week leading up to Christmas, does he offer that for delivery?
Do, dude. I bet they do.
Yeah. I bet he's not so cheap that he asks for his bow back either. Just a thought. Anyway, moving on. Did you see this piece of shit?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Hope it was worth it. Hope it was worth it, dick
Moron.
face, as you're laying on a fucking subway with your face buried in the cement, with your shirt torn to shit.
You Bangladeshi.
You Bangladeshi piece of shit. Enjoy Christmas, fuck face. Oh, there's no happier picture than seeing this guy whose bomb prematurely exploded.
Didn't hurt anyone else, just him and his cargo pants.
He thought it was just going to be this
spectacular
terrorist it was going
attack.
To be 4th of July-esque explosion here in Manhattan at the subway, and instead he basically went, and his fuse went off and the thing just went, and he basically just blew his stomach up a little bit. He got a little burns.
He had an M80 on his stomach, essentially.
Yeah, he's a guy in a Bangladeshi in his 20s, has been taken into custody. He was carrying
John Jones or
I had
Jeff
Bill
Smith?
Stevens. Bill Stevens was his name.
Ryan
yeah.
Richardson.
Oh wait, no. You know what? I'm sorry. His name was Akayed Ullah. It's close.
Okay.
You were close with what did you say? Richard something.
Yeah, Ryan Richardson.
Ryan Richardson. Yeah. No. Big mistake. But
I didn't want to profile at all.
Akayed Ullah.
Got it.
Yes. He was carrying a pipe bomb that exploded prematurely this morning inside a underground tunnel linking the Port Authority bus terminal to Times Square. I will be honest with you, I'm not terribly familiar with the area, but I did see some maps, and I was paying attention to where they were, and that exact spot is about as busy a spot as you will find on the planet for commuters going to work.
That's what they say. 7:30 a.m. on a Monday, too.
Yeah. I mean, this was meant to be a spectacular showing by this
And it didn't
dickhead.
work! Ha!
Sorry, fuckface. Yeah, he worked all morning, got it all velcroed onto his body, and then zip tied, and he's gonna be kicking himself for decades in prison. Wondering where did I go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I had my manual. I was looking at the the murderer's cookbook or whatever, and looking his recipe up, and he probably just crossed a wire somewhere wrong.
Probably.
And he's gonna be kicking himself for years. 3 other people were hurt in this, and I was like, oh, those poor people. They self-reported to the hospital with 2 with ringing in their ears and 1 with a headache, and I was like,
I heard that.
oh, come on. Come on.
They're just looking for a day off.
Come on, you can't go to the hospital. I have slight ringing in my ears. It's like, yeah, what'd you go to a concert last night?
It's awesome.
You don't get to be counted as a casualty in the pipe bomb thing here. Anyway, Bill Bratton, former NYPD commissioner, said the suspect supposedly was setting the device off in the name of ISIS, and it was definitely a terrorist attack, definitely intended. The current commissioner, James O'Neill, said that the suspect did make statements, but they're not going to comment on what they were. Any idea?
Oh, Akbar!
You don't, dude, that's profiling. For all you know, he was yelling, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to one and all!
Shouldn't assume. You know what happens when we assume, Big E, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes an asshole out of Big E. Isn't that what they say?
That's what they say.
So maybe he yelled, or
Sounds like a horse.
we are going to go out with great, spectacular glory. Praise be to Allah. Allah Akbar. Shit. But maybe he just yelled Merry Christmas. We just don't know.
We're speculating.
They're not going to comment on that yet. He did say something. We're just not going to say what he said. I'm going with Merry Christmas personally. So yeah, it did not achieve its ultimate goals. Bill de Blasio said the Port Authority is the terminal is the largest in the country and busiest in the world. Mayor Andrew Cuomo said a bombing in the subway is one of our worst nightmares. This is New York. The reality is we are the target by many who would like to make a statement against democracy and against freedom. We have the Statue of Liberty in our harbor, and that makes us an international target. We understand that anyone can go on the internet and download garbage and vileness on how to put together an amateur-level explosive device, and that's the reality we live with. The counter-reality is that this is New York. We all pitch together, and we are savvy people, and we keep our eyes open, and that's what see something, say something is all about, blah, blah, blah.
Isn't that something, though? You just dodge mass casualty by luck, really. You know,
Yeah.
it was a dud.
I know.
I mean, the guy, you're right, he's in one of the most busy mass transit areas on the planet.
Yep.
And if it works, there's a lot of people hurt,
Yep.
and there's no reason to think that another guy couldn't do that tomorrow.
Yep. It's exactly what I was thinking when they're trying to take credit. Because I don't like the kind of the credit-taking nature, like, today we thwarted evil. It's like, no, basically you just had a retard. You had Big E making a pipe bomb, and he crossed some wires or something and burned his Sneetch Star belly a little bit. But other than that, no harm, no foul. But the fact of the matter is,
We got lucky.
nobody saw something and nobody said something. He walked on there with this strapped to his body and screamed probably "Merry Christmas," and
It was
then
undetectable until he let it go.
until he fired it, and I mean
And even with, what did they say, 3,000 NYPD in the subway system alone in New York, even that couldn't stop it. It's
Right.
You're reacting.
yeah. There's nothing you can do about that, but they're trying to take credit for this, like, oh, we are New York, and we see something, say something, and all these comments is like, yeah, but you didn't do shit at all. Like, no offense, I'm not trying to, I'm glad nobody was hurt except Dick Face, but Bill Stevens. But
Wish he was hurt worse. Actually, it's too bad.
yeah, I wish he was hurt to the point of like really, really painful, but that he lived so we could, shame him and stuff for decades.
Pull his toenails out one by one.
Sure.
Get some information out of him.
Sure. He's been in the U.S. for 7 years, this Bangladeshi. His motivation has not been established. However, a lot of people are pointing to the Muslim Day of Rage that they had in the capital of Bangladesh this past week. Thousands protested over Trump's declaration about Jerusalem as Israel's capital. And so he's drawn widespread criticism, obviously, around the world, of course, because he is Satan himself, Trump. And so everything he does is meant to kill all of you. Anyway, I did find this picture interesting of people in their Day of Rage in Bangladesh, and you see they're not fucking around, dude. I mean, if you really look at there, they've got a picture of Trump with an X through his face.
They have X'd him out.
And look at the weapons they're each holding in their hands. Can you see those?
Those are shoes, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
They've each taken off a shoe, and they're going to bat the picture of Trump about the head.
Awesome.
I don't know what the one thing I couldn't figure out is where. I mean, it's like, where's Waldo? Can you find the woman anywhere in that picture?
No, it doesn't.
You see one of them in there? Yeah, I didn't.
No.
I didn't think so. If anyone could point one of them out, I mean, unless they all look like dudes, I don't know. I couldn't find.
Oh, there's a
single...
couple. No, those are garbage bags on the side of the road. Those aren't them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, back there. I saw the same thing. Yeah, that's definitely it's trash day, whatever that is. Big glad bag population over there.
Hey, everybody, check out the DetroitCast listener business page. It's a page under the Help the Show tab on our website, DetroitCast.com. And if you've never been to our website, please visit. The page includes businesses owned by listeners, and take a look. It'd be great to support the supporters of our show. Today, we have two featured businesses. One is Harvard Risk Management Corporation. We specialize in affordable identity theft protection and preventative legal services for individuals, families, and small businesses. So while you're out there using your credit cards on the web, you're going to get hacked. Your identity's going to get taken.
Yeah.
And listener Lisa wants to help you. So contact Harvard Risk Management Corporation.
Sure.
Also, DRKM Strategies. They specialize in helping independent small businesses grow by using proven internet marketing methods, enticing new customers to find you online. Call Craig over there. He's great. He's doing some stuff for us and very easy to work with. So contact those people and others on our listener business page.
If you were going to do that, Jay, strap yourself with a pipe bomb. Would you practice your Allah Akbars before going out there to
I think guys
to
like
do
that
it?
have already practiced Allah Akbars.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, I think most of them just go with the traditional, yeah, Allah Akbar. Like they do that one, but I
Yeah.
think you could make a real statement too if it was just like Allah Akbar, kind of like under your breath, and then it's like, wow,
Very
last thing I
sinister,
heard,
very sinister.
yeah, just kind of a yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers,
Oh,
you know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah, sure.
Like along those lines, and then it's like, God, the last thing I remember hearing was a really haunting Allah Akbar, motherfuckers.
Is that what people said?
I don't know. No, I don't know. We
you're
don't know.
just-
I mean, we don't even know if that's what he said. They won't tell us, remember? But I'm just thinking, is that something you would do in the mirror, like practice your speech? Because it is your moment. I mean, that's your moment.
About to go see my virgins, you know what I mean?
Dude, you're going to be up there banging 72 bitches in a matter of
Or,
moments.
or raisins, whatever.
Yeah, or you're going to get there and have a nice bowl of little raisins.
Depends
for
on the
you.
interpretation.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're just going to burn in hell, which is another possible thing. We just don't know. Trump, of course, has been catching shit. As we mentioned, the Muslims are all pissed off at him for his stunt there in the Middle East. And now, I don't know if you saw the story yesterday. We didn't really talk about it, but there was a New York Times article that was talking about his day of consuming media and how he drinks 12 Diet Cokes a day.
Oh, right.
Did you read that?
Yeah, I did. And does this come out of Lewandowski's book? Is that where this
No,
comes from?
no. It's actually people inside the campaign. They always just say sources are telling us, blah, blah, blah. But I thought it was funny. Like, Trump is pushing back on this now and basically saying...
It's not 12 a day, it's 10.
wrong. He's really taking issue with his TV watching habits. That's the thing where they're like, oh, he watches 4 to 8 hours of TV news every day. And he's like, he says he's not glued to the TV for that long and seldom, if ever, watches CNN. They were claiming he watched CNN to get his news, MSNBC to get fired up for the day so he could fucking get on it, and then Fox News when he wanted some like friendly relief.
Nice.
And he says, another fake story, this time in the failing New York Times, that I watch 4 to 8 hours of TV a day. Wrong. Also, I seldom, if ever, watch CNN or MSNBC, both which I consider fake news. I never watched Don Lemon, who I once called the dumbest man on television. Dude, I love that
He can't just say that, yeah, this isn't true. I don't do this,
Oh.
He uses it to hit Don Lemon.
And you know what the fact is? Don Lemon is arguably the dumbest man on television.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I've watched him enough to know, but what I've seen has not been impressive.
I've watched a lot of him, and the fucker, he's just smart enough to know that he's gay enough and black enough that he's untouchable. So he doesn't have to be good.
He's in a major spot, too,
He's
right?
huge.
Isn't it 9 p.m. or something? Or
10, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got Anderson, the whitest man on the planet, right before him, and then the
Gotcha.
gayest black man on television, Don Lemon, both untouchable.
Yeah.
They're going nowhere.
Pretty much.
And so Trump says the lengthy report on his daily battle for self-preservation was the name of it. He says let's see, he uses a Super TiVo system that records cable, tuning in for Fox News hosts, including Jeanine Pirro. That's Judge Jeanine, right?
Correct.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Dork.
Yes.
Huge dork. Sean Hannity, maybe even a bigger dork. Huge dork. Sorry, Sean. And Laura Ingraham.
I like Laura Ingraham. Don't mess with Laura Ingraham.
Dude,
I've always liked her.
I like Laura Ingraham.
But
However, I wasn't going to say but. However, Laura Ingraham is great at talking, at delivering something. Laura Ingraham might be the worst interviewer on the planet because she will never, and I mean never, let someone finish a point or make a point or finish a sentence.
I've not noticed that.
She tramples over, and okay, I'm not talking about a radio program. If you're talking about a radio program, I don't know how she is there. But her CNN or her Fox show, I can't stand it. It's like, dude, you can't ask a guy a question when he gets 4 words in, just go blah, 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 and just trounce all over him. Like, that doesn't work. And she does that like crazy. It drives me
all
nuts.
right, I haven't watched her as much as you, so
I haven't
I'll
watched it that
defer
much
to you.
either.
You're
But
the Fox News guy. I'll
What I
defer to you.
have seen is that. So only technical staff and Trump himself are allowed to touch the TV remotes anywhere he is. Trump's insistence he does not watch CNN and Don Lemon in particular could be disputed. He tweeted in September, "Wow, did you see how badly CNN is doing in the ratings with people like Don Lemon? Who could expect any more?"
It was bigly badly.
And then he had another one. At CNN, Don Lemon is a lightweight, dumb as a rock. Which is funny but if they're going to take him to task for that, it's like, dude, I watched CNN exclusively until a year ago. I mean, that was my channel.
People could be forward him shit too, you know, like watch this, you won't believe this guy.
They say his compulsion to watch TV is so strong that when meetings are held in the White House dining room, a 60-inch TV he had installed there is on constantly with the volume muted, and so people are trying to give him, you know, like they're having discussion about what's going on, and he's constantly got his eyes just he's looking at the scroll on the TV, and he gets all worked up.
So he's in the dining room, and they're bringing in the silver platter with Big Macs on it, and they're taking off the little topper, and there's like 8 Big Macs stacked in a pyramid.
And the filet of fishes.
Filet of fish as well. Mm-hmm. And then he's got CNN up there, and he's watching it out of one eye.
I heard a sidebar to that. It might have been Corey Lewandowski talking about it. He's like, well, there is a little sidebar to that story of him having 2 Big Macs and 2 filet of fishes and a chocolate milkshake every day for dinner.
It's so freaking gross.
He doesn't eat the buns, apparently.
So he's Atkins dieting it, or
is there anything worse than a Big Mac without? Why would you eat the worst burger patties on the planet?
What does it become without all that bun? Isn't there a center bun on
There's
a Big Mac?
There's a center
too?
bun.
Like, what's left, man? Thousand Island dressing and a couple crap patties.
So he's missing out on the 2 all beef. He's getting the
Special
2 all
sauce,
beef patties. I'm assuming
sauce,
special
lettuce,
sauce,
cheese,
lettuce,
pickles,
cheese,
onions,
and
but
then
no sesame seed bun.
Yes, and the fillet of fish. Is there a thin layer of cheese on the fillet of fish?
Dude, those fillet of fish, aren't they like, they're breaded and nasty, right?
I love them personally.
God,
they're square fishes, right?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. That's how they come out of the water.
You've seen that, right? Swim by.
I have.
Yeah.
You're telling me
that's
Are you telling me that's not how they're picked out of the water? That's bullshit.
Well, I don't know. And there's so many of them. I mean, how many fillet of fishes do they sell a day?
They just bring them in by the net load.
They're just perfectly squared.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Gross.
Nature's great.
Dude, I read that and I lost respect for him. I was like, dude, I want a president that's eating 2 Big Macs and 2 filet of fishes.
Well, yeah, it becomes more reasonable when you take away all that bun. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I could see a guy eating 2 of those Big Macs without all that bun.
Those burger patties are like the size of their little hamburger patties.
Yeah,
there's just 2 of them stacked there with a bunch of bread.
Yeah, it's not that much anymore.
No, it's hardly anything. He's basically eating nothing. He eats like a bird, if that's the case. So they apparently the Times sent him a list of questions.
If he's really eating Big Macs, by the way, and fish fillets,
filet-o fish.
Filet-o fish. I'm sorry. You know, fast food really needs to be eaten right when it's out of the drive-through, right when it's out of the bag. So how are they getting that to him? Like,
I wonder if the kitchen staff at this point has like they've remade, like maybe they've ordered McDonald's shit into the White House. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they have all the fixins there. Like they can't have somebody running out to the corner, right?
Lewandowski said, "Dude, when we started,
this was on the campaign trail. Obviously.
Yeah, he said when we started, there were like 5 of us, and so." He said, yeah, if he needed a Diet Coke, I'd run to the corner.
Shit.
If he needed a fucking McDonald's run, I would drive to the corner and get it. Like, so it sounds like they did, but you're right. Like, there's nothing worse, E, to your point, when you go pick up fast food and you don't, like, eat it in the parking lot, but you drive home and then take it out of the bag. Like, fries are good for the first 1.5 minutes out of the fryer, and then they are shit. Fries are shit, right, E?
I would say pretty close to that for sure.
So if you're waiting on Lewandowski, say he gets it, you know, you're having a Big Mac attack at 5 o'clock in the evening.
He gets stuck in security or something. You know? There's a lot of that around the White House.
The closest McDonald's to the White House is 0.5 miles away, which is at about 11 minutes.
Dude, that's cutting
it close. 11-minute turnaround.
Problem.
That is a problem.
11-minute walk. I don't know that you could drive is the problem.
I guarantee you, if he's still consuming this diet, they've had this shit shipped in, that they bought it specially, all the fixins, and that they're fixing it in the kitchen at the White House.
You think
I
so?
hope there's a person who went to McDonald's University that's making those burgers. Because I mean,
did you go to clown college for that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because it's just not the same.
This isn't the real thing.
This is fake Big. More hashtag fake Big Macs, fake filet of fishes
issued by CNN clearly. fake.
By the way, has anyone heard how the whaler does when compared to the fillet of fish?
I told you my whaler story. I don't even want to hear the term whaler.
Yeah, it makes you nauseous. Can we relive that story, please?
No,
it's one of my holiday favorites.
It was at the height of my frustration with studying for finals first year in law school.
Can I sidebar here? When Jay gets frustrated, he's a really not fun guy to be around.
It was awful.
He's very, when he's hangry or frustrated.
I was so hangry, and I was so fucking strung out from studying, and I'm just like...
Strung out. What I never was strung out.
If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I will pull your goddamn tongue out of the roots.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You are strung out.
I was strung out. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna get some ketchup because that's really what I like. Is ketchup.
It's your favorite meal. Yep.
Always throw ketchup on stuff, and the stuff just makes the ketchup go down my throat. So I go to Burger King, and I get in this line, and it's this fucking line from hell, and it's one that I can't get out of in the drive-thru, where there's like cement on both sides.
Nothing worse, dude.
I can't jump it. I'm in this little car.
I feel claustrophobic when that happens.
Dude, yeah. So I'm like, and I'm panicking because I'm like, shit, I'm losing time studying. I'm strung out. So I get up there, and I order a freaking Whopper, no onion.
Good call. I would go no tomato, no onion too, but
no, I wanted the tomato. No onion. I get up there. Okay, cool. You know, I get my shit. I drive out of the thing, and I'm like, I'm cooking to try to get home to go study, so I can't sit there and look at everything. I get home, dude, and I unwrap this thing, and it's a fucking whaler, and I almost wept. I almost wept. I just wanted a Whopper.
Yeah, you needed something to go your way.
Oh my God, man. I remember that moment like it was yesterday. I want to weep right now thinking about it.
Yeah. It's one of the worst moments. Did you get a combo at least so you could enjoy some fries and
I think I had the fries, yeah.
And their fries suck.
I'm sorry. Remember. Fries and water, probably. I got a water and friggin' whaler. So I gave the whaler to Deuce. Deuce loves whalers.
Yeah, he does.
So why
wouldn't Deuce go, dude, you know what? I'm going to be a fucking bro, and I'm going to whip up to Burger King and hook you up with a Whopper.
I didn't need that.
Oh, dude, it pains me to even hear that story.
I think that's the last time I've been to Burger King.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. Probably 1997.
In the break, you want to run up and grab a Whopper and a whaler.
I don't think they sell whalers anymore, dude.
They got to have some sort of fish sandwich.
Dude, I don't want any fucking fish from goddamn Burger King. I don't want it.
You can't tell if Burger King sells the whaler or not anymore?
I go to fast food decently enough, and I've never seen a commercial or seen an advertisement for a whaler.
Yeah.
I think it had like some paste on it, some gross sauce, tartar.
Yeah, they've always got a tartar sauce on them.
Ugh.
Anyway, the Times says they sent a list of questions to Trump, like fact checking about these things that were said. Do you drink 12 Diet Cokes a day? Do you blah blah blah? What Love Don Lemon? Watch these.
That
shows.
might be the worst thing you could do is drink all that diet pop, like that aspartame. You read all the posts about that. That shit's going to give you cancer for sure, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
If
we knew that a long time ago. Like I knew almost immediately when Diet Cokes came out, it was like, well, Coke is not good for you, but Diet Coke might even be worse for you.
Yeah, and
it tastes like shit.
Dozen a day. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he bursts out of the Air Force One into where the media are, and he's like, he just starts, he just accosts these people. It's just like, believe it or not, even when I'm in Washington or New York, I do not watch much television. They're like, okay. He's like, I know they like to say that. People that don't know me, they like to say I watch TV. People with fake sources, fake reporters, fake sources. Press fool's like, uh-huh. But I don't get to watch much television, primarily because of documents. I'm reading documents.
Important business documents.
A lot. And different things. I actually read much more. I read you people much more than I watch television.
Isn't what we've heard from his closest advisors, unnamed sources again, but
Yeah.
that he likes everything on a single sheet, and he's a visual learner.
Don't we all?
A visual learner, so he likes big red graphs and stuff.
Yeah.
And he just wants it very simplistic, single sheet. Boom. Where's my information? Doesn't matter what the issue is.
Yeah.
Single sheet it. So he's reading a lot more single sheets than he used to.
Which is kind of tits, dude. If you can like,
of course it is.
War strategies for dummies, everything you do. Like, dude, that's the way to live life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you can just give me the good parts. I just want to hear about the good parts in the story. Break it down for me. Corey, would you be a peach and break it down for me in bullet point form?
Yes, Mr. President.
And then this morning, this is going to chap these bitches' asses. They keep doing this, like 19 chicks have accused Trump harassment,
Yeah,
sexual
yeah.
harassment.
Is it 19?
I thought it was 19 or 20.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So they say, but that could be like a wink at someone across the room. It could be a butt pat, a fingering. Who knows? It's like it runs the gamut. So 3 of those chicks showed up on Megyn Kelly this morning. Mm-hmm. They were going to tell their story again about being harassed by the president because they're demanding justice is really what it is. I think they're all described as lifelong Democrats, whatever, for what that's worth.
Well,
but
now that Franken's gone, right? Now the everything's pitched such that, hey, and now that Trump has to just step down. Franken did.
Yeah, right.
So do the right thing, Republicans.
I mean, unless you're just a party of
Rapists
and perverts and
pedophiles.
child molesters. I mean, that's cool if that's what you guys claim to be too, but we're not. We're good people. We got rid of Al Franken, who's a cock, by the way. Everything you hear about Al Franken behind the scenes, he's the Mitch Albom of Washington.
He's hard to look at, too, isn't he? I mean, I hate to just judge a book by its cover like that, but God.
Oh, no, judge away. I think you're right about that book.
So fucking annoying. Just that smarmy smirk he's always got and just stupid-looking fucking guy. Sorry, I know you can't help how you look, but...
Yeah, but he's not helping himself, dude. We've talked about it before, but there's an air of smugness about him that is worse than others. Like he thinks he's the shit or something.
I'm just talking more fundamentally. Just the way the guy looks, he creeps me out. I remember even the SNL bit, the whole, I'm good enough, smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. I remember the first time I saw that Stuart Smalley bit, I was like, this guy's like frightening looking. Who is this?
What else was he known for? Besides, like Stuart Smalley is the one stupid bit people point to,
and just that dumb look on his face as he's looking in the mirror and his eyes are up and his eyebrows, and that used to freak me out. To be honest with you,
and wasn't that basically as far as profiling stereotypical gay guys go from the '80s with the sweater and the
sweater tied around
the neck and the way he talked? And gosh darn it, people like me. That whole fucking gay, effeminate shit. I mean, that's basically what that character was making fun of homosexuals, and so forth.
There he is.
Yeah, there's Stuart Smalley.
That shaker knit sweater.
Gosh dang it, people like me.
God, isn't he
weirdo?
He's weird looking, right? He honestly freaks me out.
I hear he's honestly a rotten fucking person. Like he's just a prick to people.
Yeah, I can
just
see that.
a prick. So can I. When I look at him, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would. Schumer, I would see being a fucking asshole to people, and Al Franken, I would see being a cocksucker to people, underlings, everything. He just looks like it. So anyway, these chicks all go on the Megyn Kelly show this morning, and wouldn't you know it, that fucking terrorist attack happened. They shifted all programming. So these bitches are trying to go on there like, oh, he courted me and grabbed my boob. And it's like, man, we got, all of a sudden Bill Stevens tries to take out a subway car. And all of a sudden, whatever, bitches. See you later. Oh, so this chick was in the middle of saying, he's all over me. All of a sudden, he's kissing and groping and kissing, said this self-proclaimed Democrat. She revealed her story because she wanted to know what kind of person that Trump really is.
Is this the woman on the plane?
He is.
I remember that one.
There's Samantha Holvey, Jessica Leeds, and Rachel Crooks. One of them was on the plane, like you said. One of them got caught by an elevator bank in Trump Tower, and he just as soon as the door closed, he pushed against the wall. It was groping and touching and groping. That just sounds unreal. I mean, maybe this is happening. All of these stories sound unbelievable to me.
Dude, it doesn't sound unbelievable to me.
All of it. I don't mean just Trump. I mean all these ones where it's like the guy's just standing there and all of a sudden the door closes and you're alone in a room with some chickens. It's like, it's on. Like who?
I know.
Why?
Yeah.
How does that happen that you just slam a girl against the wall and jam your tongue down her throat? Like, really? Wow. Holvey, and this is the one I really felt bad for, was Samantha Holvey, because I think she's dumb enough that she doesn't understand how people really feel about her, and that just pains me to think about that. She was a Miss USA contestant. She says that Trump came backstage in 2006 and reviewed the women while they were indecent. He was just looking me over like I was a piece of meat. I was not even a human being. I did not have a
brain.
brain.
So were 3 million people that watched said event on TV when you took the stage.
Really? Yeah. I did not have a personality. Samantha. I was just simply there for his pleasure. It felt so very gross, very dirty. Like, this is not what I signed up for.
Right, no, totally different compared to the pageant, the bikini part of the pageant.
Absolutely what you signed up for.
She claims that as a 20-year-old representing North Carolina in the '06 Miss USA pageant, Trump would inspect her and other contestants. She was so disgusted. It was the dirtiest I felt in my entire life. He would stop in front of each girl, look you from head to toe, just like we were meat. We were sexual objects. We were not people. And I'm like, wait, you just think he was the one that thought that?
Maybe he hadn't seen her juggling skill or her violin playing. What was her skill?
I
Do we
think
know?
she could hop on one foot, I think was one of them.
On romper stompers.
While barking like a dog.
She could walk on romper stompers.
I wanted to go, sweetheart, oh no. You thought people actually respected you parading around a stage in your bikini? Oh, no. Wait, you thought the answers you guys gave on the stage to those retarded questions was somehow showing off your brilliance?
Your intellect?
Oh, no, sweetheart. Oh, she doesn't know.
That's cute.
She doesn't know. Oh, you poor thing.
I wonder how many there are like her that don't know. Honestly, I wonder.
Dude,
I think it's more than you think. I do think
Yeah?
that more of these girls that do like the professional cheerleading or the runway
know.
model. I
They
think
don't
that
know.
some of them think that they actually, matter in the game.
Yeah,
like when I'm at the Lions game.
Yeah, they
that
might
it's
help
like,
them win, right?
Right.
If we cheer really hard and show our pride.
I always use the example of like Karen Newman. Whatever. I know a lot of people like Karen Newman. Fine, she's been doing the national anthem for
He's
I don't know how many
shit
years.
on a Detroit legend right now.
I don't
isn't he?
care.
All right.
I think she thinks that she means anything. And dude, if I went to the Wings game and they were like, "Oh, crazy,
Karen
bad
Newman
situation,"
can't make it tonight.
I'd be like,
What? What?
I remember she did an article in the Free Press or one of the news things one time, and they're like, "Have you ever been late or missed a game?" And she's like, "Well, there was this one time when traffic was really bad in Jefferson, and you know what? I just called my husband and said, I'm leaving the car right here, and I just got out of the car and I took off my shoes and I ran down Jefferson to
It's
the."
like Cal Ripken is going to miss a game. Or
Yeah,
something,
right.
Like, it's
No,
like,
you know what? In her defense, she really was part of that whole run. It's
I
kinda
know,
like
but
kicked
my-
out- as much as El Sabatka and the whipping
Sure.
around to the octopus, it's all part of the environment.
that isn't
Yeah.
quite the same as the cheerleaders, but it's
definitely
not. No,
but
you're
it
right,
still
it's
falls
not.
in line. Well, okay, but it still falls
No,
in line.
I'm not making fun of you. You're right
Yeah.
to a point too, E. But
Dude.
I think Jay is right in that cheerleaders you look at as a whole. You don't single them out. Like she played a role for what it was,
Okay.
dumb as it may be. And Al Sabatka too. You wanted Al coming out and fucking waving the octopus
Yep.
Right.
around his head.
Okay.
But there is a difference to your point, E. The story about hopping out of the car on Jefferson. I think of that. Remember that flood that happened or something downtown, and Stafford was driving down to practice.
Yes.
And there was a big story about, Stafford got stuck and blah, 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 the traffic was stopped. And Stafford, called the Dome or wherever, called the stadium, was like, yeah, I'm stuck here. And they sent someone out.
Yeah.
It was like, we're on the other side of the flood. Here, Matt, take my car. I'll wait with your fucking car till this is cleared.
Yeah.
You need to be there. And it's like, yeah, I can see that.
He's the quarterback.
You have a big E sit with his fucking car while the superstar goes to the stadium. We'll get by without Karen Newman for a day.
Well, okay.
But yeah, this woman here, it's like, you're wearing a number tag like a fucking cow that's about to be sold when someone walks up and down and looking at these prized pieces of
Is it
beef.
a number? I mean, it's a name, right? North Carolina.
Contestant number, I think. Well, some pageants do. It's like, you'd look that choice piece of beef up and out and go, yeah, I'll take 206.
She's got good hips and her
Yeah.
jawline looks pretty good.
Boy,
Teeth,
oh.
let me see your teeth. Let me see your tooth to gum ratio. What do we got?
Good. We've got about 1/8 of a centimeter in there. That's good.
Hip to waist checks out.
Any
I'll take that one.
Any abnormal spacing between the teeth at all? No? Okay, good. Some guys in there with a toothpick showing it off.
She's
showing it
mateable.
off.
Sure.
Yeah,
We'll
she's got
reproduce over that one.
nice childbirthing hips. Check her down. Check 206 down is a good call. And it's like this poor thing thought she was an actual human. Oh, you sweetheart. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. And then you had this 75-year-old woman, businesswoman living in Manhattan. She's 75 now. She was 38 at the time. So this is the one on the plane.
This has to irk the shit out of him. Seeing, it's sort of like Cosby accuser at this point. It's so
Yeah.
many years ago. You kind of have to, go, okay, I can imagine her as sort of kind of hot.
Yeah.
Back when maybe he molested her.
Dude, that's funny.
It's got to kill him. It's got to kill him to see this old lady claiming this.
I say this knowing that there are absolutely stunning 38-year-old women out there, 40, 50-year-old women out there. but I don't think of someone that's a perv attacking a 38-year-old woman on a plane. It seems like out of Trump's character.
It's very milfy.
Yeah. I think of yeah,
Dude.
but were milfies a thing in the 70s?
Dude, MILFs have always been a thing.
In the
they haven't
70s?
been labeled that, but they were. Yeah, dude.
See, I don't remember that. Apparently, she claims Trump was.
Well, you were a kid in the 70s. So.
I know, but I think of MILF. MILF. When did the term MILF come out? Can you bing that? I feel like that's a relatively new concept. Maybe not.
I know. A lot of people attribute. I know a lot of people attribute that to the American Pie movies. It was definitely around before that.
It was.
Yes,
okay.
because I remember my cousins saying it.
Really?
Yeah, back in the 70s when he'd be like, "Oh, she's a fox."
Right.
You know. Remember
Fox.
that?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I remember Fox. Yeah.
Dude, the notion of a MILF has absolutely been around.
Yeah,
The Graduate?
guess.
When was The Graduate came out?
There you go.
Yeah, okay. All right. I see what you guys are saying. I guess more towards Trump. It seems like he's into when you get to 38 is when he's trading you in for a new model. I mean, that's his MO. He spits out a kid or two with this one and then fucking swaps her out for a
That's what
new
sits
fresh
next
model.
to you on the plane, though. You know?
Yeah. I always picture Trump in his ridiculously dated looking jet too, that one with the dark blue with Trump written on it.
Right.
And so the thought of him being like waiting in line at first class and then sitting down and someone gets seated next to him.
Yeah.
And it's this 38-year-old chick. And of course she says, and I'm not saying it didn't happen, and it doesn't have to be Trump. Then I'm not defending him. It just seems like, how does that happen? Where it's like, all of a sudden, he's all over me like an octopus. Hands everywhere. I was so insulted and scared and blah. And I'm like,
Little hands.
yeah, tiny wee little hands.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everywhere.
Like an octopus. They were everywhere. And I'm just like, wow, okay. If you say so, I just
Some
can't.
bold dudes out there.
I mean, do you have a conversation going with these people first? Is that what it is? Like you have a conversation and then you think it's going somewhere and then Octopus Man comes out? Or is it just they sit down?
I guess, like, you get the sense that they know who you are, and so then, well, she knows I'm Trump, so therefore,
Yeah.
she'll be okay with this.
Yeah, maybe.
When I have my way, I'm going to grab her by the pussy.
Oh, there you go. Well, she'll let you.
Yeah.
You know, when he's a celebrity. You ready for some really quick morning announcements?
Shoot. Oh, boy. Someone getting called to the principal's office.
Mario Batali, please report to the principal's office. Mario Batali, please report to the principal's office.
Celebrity
He's in the
chef.
lunchroom for sure.
Oh, yeah, he's hanging out in lunch. Dude, I don't know how to say this without offending some people, but anytime I see a fat chef balding with a ponytail, I just know there's not something good going on around that whole thing. You know what I mean?
Not
Like-
surprised by this one, are you, Mike?
Well, you know,
I know. He's
there's a
mess.
ponytail on the other side of
know
that
there's
skull.
I know he's ponytailed. I know he is.
You can't skull it into a ponytail, can you?
It's the dumbest thing that people ever. I think it's
the dumbest
so
look ever.
dumb. Yes, it's.
Has anybody? Let's go around the horn really
yeah.
quick. Has anybody successfully pulled off the
Not
skull
since
it into a
revolutionary
ponytail?
times. If you look back, you see Jeffersonian
sure,
looks. You
sure.
see, those guys.
You mean when the Whig parties were in order? But
You'd have a ribbon on the back. You know what I mean?
Well-
and you'd have buckle shoes, and then
Yeah.
then it's happening. Ben Franklin-esque.
okay,
Throw
let's-
your glasses
this.
on that guy, and
Look
he's
at this
fine.
view.
Absurd.
Because you know that it just. Okay, we get it. You don't have hair now.
Does he ever put it down?
know you don't have
and, like,
hair.
Bring it forward. Like
Dude,
let it out of the ponytail.
He looked like who would he look like? Franklin.
Franklin.
Yeah, he would. He'd have a Franklin-esque look to him. I don't know what the play is. Is he wearing a fashionable squeegee, or what do they call those? To hold the ponytail in place.
Yeah. Scrunchy.
Scrunchy. Yeah, he's got. Does he
Does
have a
look like
fashionable scrunchie
God.
on there?
What a douche.
Yeah, okay, if we get out of revolutionary times, because I agree, that was a badass. That was a pimp look.
You
And
could do
everybody
that.
was pulling it off. It was a style thing.
Buckle shoes, tied it all together.
Yes. And I would say that there's probably a number of kids that were shaving their heads to make it appear that they could pull off a skullet.
Got to have an
into a
overcoat adorned
ponytail.
with certain buttonry.
Duh.
Right?
Yeah.
Then you pull it off.
And it looks dope. I mean, it was the style. But now, a couple hundred years later, dude, you can't. I just don't know anyone. Name one person
some people
that
are a
pulls it
couple
off.
years behind in style. I would probably put myself in there as well. But
Sure.
he's a couple hundred behind. Can we excuse that? No.
No,
Inexcusable.
It's inexcusable.
Sir.
He's apparently come out, and I think he played this wrong. Trying to play this right, I believe he overplayed his hand. And
Yeah, I know what he did. Yeah.
I just don't think his sins.
Does he curry any favor by doing what he did?
Maybe that's the move. Because I don't like the idea of going back 30 years and going, oh, yeah, you know, I saw him drunk at a party and he blah, 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 he grabbed me or did. Like, everybody's got some fucking. I don't mean to excuse the behavior, but I think we're getting into a dangerous territory when we go, oh, anytime someone grabbed a butt cheek or brushed a titty or made an inappropriate comment to someone at a party 30 years ago, we need to now destroy their career over it. There's a big difference between that guy and Harvey Weinstein coming on their legs. You know what I mean? Right. When they're screaming, don't.
Or in their houseplant, whatever.
Right, exactly. Or in them in some cases with the rape stuff.
Good point.
So, yeah, apparently he's been accused publicly of inappropriate touching and sexual misconduct. I hope we don't find out that this is just another chef that has paid off some women to get this guy off the scene. You know what I mean? Anyway, 3 of the accusers worked for Batali's restaurant Empire during the 90s. The 4th was not an employee of his, but had an encounter with him at a party in New Orleans. One employee claimed that Batali repeatedly grabbed her from behind, which sounds bad, in a disgusting bear hug. And I'm like, well, yeah, I wouldn't want that guy bear hugging me from behind either.
Disgusting. So that means he's rock, right? So he's burying his boner into her butt.
See,
or if he's not, he's trying to like get.
So he's from behind, so he's burying boner, and then he's going for the titties.
I think
it's a double move,
dude. Okay, he's getting titties, but I
think
he's
show us. He's a stand up.
Stand up. He's just goddamn it.
Ignore the boner, E.
Yeah.
For once, ignore the boner.
Squat down a little bit. You're too fucking tall to what cost.
Fucking Lou Alcindor
So if
over
I
there.
come around, if I come around E like this and I'm just like, ah,
yeah,
like I'm not grabbing his titties. God, those are getting big. E. Nice.
I know.
V?
He's doughy and supple.
This is so weird.
Now you're coming around. Hold on.
Like
You got to
my
get your
forearms are grabbing his
he does
titties.
not. Shut up, Jay.
get your crotch into his ass. Get it in there, Mike. Get it in there.
Wait a minute. No.
Is this a disgusting
See?
bear
I'm
hug?
not okay with this.
Yeah,
I'm
see how
not
it's-
okay
Is this a
with
disgusting bear hug yet?
Get out of here.
Yes, that's a disgusting bear hug.
Okay, I would agree.
Because you went double, man. You went up the
That was
ass,
so gross.
and you went boobies.
But wouldn't you agree, Jay? We've all known those people that are just a little flamboyant and are a little touchy-feely. They're the guy that's going to walk up and hug everybody. They're the guy that's going to walk up and rub your shoulders. But they're
I hate
not.
him, by the way.
I know you do, E. But they're not necessarily perverts or. I don't know. I'm not trying to excuse. I don't know him at all.
I know that, and that's the thing, dude. You approach these stories, and you always try to excuse it when you don't know the facts. So
Yeah.
why excuse it? I don't know.
Because if she said he put his
You're
arms
out of
around me.
breath. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just assaulted E.
You need a moment.
Woo! I need some Christmas fucking cookies, man. That's what I need. Really need some Christmas cookies.
Still got money on it. Doesn't get past dough.
Yeah, I'm a little tired right now.
It might end up into a bowl as dough. It doesn't get baked.
That I get half
Stand
credit
by
for
it.
that. If I ate half the bowl.
Stand by it. It doesn't get baked.
No, I understand what you're saying, Jay, and I don't want to come off like that. I don't want to come off like I'm excusing this type of behavior. However, if she had said he would come around work and he would come around, it was clear.
Dude,
it was his
but
way of
hold on,
grabbing
stop.
titties, and he was rock. I could feel his fucking boner pressing into my butt crack. I'd go, dude, yeah, he's obviously getting off on this.
She said a disgusting bear hug. We don't know anymore, so why speculate as to whether it could have been more or could have been less? I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, it is what she's described, and he's acknowledged that he engaged in such behavior, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I want more of the disgusting detail. I need the Weinstein-esque nature of he came in my plant, he forced his way in and made me watch him jacks it, you know? Like that kind of stuff I can get behind the story. When someone says, he would give me a disgusting bear hug, or another said he groped her and forced her to straddle his legs. It's like, okay, just a little more information than that. What do you mean, like, come sit on Santa's lap? Like that kind of straddle the legs, or like wrapped around you as he was rock and fucking... You know what I mean?
what is his statement?
And the third said that he grabbed her titties at a party, and I was like, okay, that's it. You're done. You're done. You grabbing titties at parties, you're done. So, 10 years ago, and I took issue with this as well. This chick's talking to him. He's a famed restaurateur, and she's loving him, so she strikes up a conversation with him. She quickly realizes he's shit-faced. Shortly thereafter, someone walks by and, like, elbows her arm. She's drinking wine. She spills it all over her chest, and he
He goes in with the face.
hero-like fashion.
He goes in to lap it up.
He did not go with a face. That would have been inappropriate. But he immediately grabs someone, was like, "Oh my God, dear, dear, dear," and he starts just like trying to dry her off with his wine. He knows how wine stains, and so he's desperately trying to clean her titties and everything up. And she took issue with that. I was like, well, it sounds to me like he was being a gentleman and trying to help you clean this mess up. So those are the things. Anyways,
the old Weinstein move.
Yeah, the Weinstein move. Do you think that's terrible? What are you supposed to do in that move? Just hand her a napkin, or you can't brush her titties off? Not supposed to brush her titties off.
I probably would not brush someone's titties off.
Yep, I got that wrong one time then. He just went to town. I was so shocked. Jaw on the ground. I stepped back from him in utter disgust and walked away. So, in response to that, he's issued a statement. He says, this is the Skullet talking now. Yeah, I apologize to the people I mistreated and hurt. Although the identities of most of the individuals mentioned in these stories haven't been revealed to me, much of the behavior described does, in fact, match up with ways I have acted. I remember during that. That behavior was wrong, and there's no excuses. I take full responsibility. I'm deeply sorry for the pain, humiliation, or discomfort I've caused to my peers, employees, customers, friends, family.
So given that statement, why did we spend even a second speculating that the straddling of his legs and all that might not have been inappropriate?
Because I don't want to start a trend where...
But he's acknowledging, like, that was inappropriate. Whatever it was, she described it in a thumbnail, straddled legs.
He's the perfect perp then. He completely admits everything, even with no details.
Yes.
I want the gory details. Did he come on your back when he was bear hugging you? Did he? Did you feel a wet spot on your backside?
Because Mike came on your back, FYI.
Did you feel a wet spot, E? Did you feel some rockness in your back?
I don't want to think about it, to be honest with you.
I have work to do to try to regain the trust of those I've hurt and disappointed. To the people who have been at my side during this time, my family, the partners, employees, friends, fans, I am grateful for your support and hope.
Chefs have fans.
I know. I tried to just roll past it.
I guess there was probably a time a few years ago we did go through this phase where there was a lot of celebrity chef TV shows, and he was one I recognize.
Yeah,
so,
I've seen him before. I've never seen a show with him.
Fans, I don't. I think it's a stretch, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
There was a period there where
I can
fans of the food.
No, fans of the show. They do all do those shows, and I'm sure Bobby Flay has fans.
But okay, even
Simon,
if they do,
what's his name? Simon has fans. I'm sure.
Yeah, but even if they do have fans, for you to say my fans, like something about someone saying
seems
my
like an
fans,
overreach.
Yeah, it's like
especially by a chef.
I would probably say supporters of me throughout the years, maybe
supporters, viewers.
But
viewers,
I think he did say
safe.
supporters, and supporters, fans. He felt the need to mention also fans, which, yeah, I agree is a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just my fans, like as if they're fans of you. He's like, I don't know.
You know what though?
I tried to roll
say
past
that,
it,
but he is an entertainer. I mean, he does do food, and he was on TV.
He cooks food with a ponytailed Skullet.
Okay, well, what do you do? There's fans of this show.
I know, and I make people laugh.
He humps you.
I humped you to make them laugh.
Gives inappropriate bear hugs. You came on your back to make other people laugh.
Do you think I wanted to touch you in any fucking way?
That wasn't the point.
On behalf of the listeners, Mike, thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate that.
Wasn't my point, but
I hope my fans appreciated what I did for them today.
For them, you came on E's back.
Exactly. He continues, I am grateful for your support and hopeful that I can regain your respect and trust. I will spend the next period of my time trying to do that. ABC.
What's the next period of his time, and to what?
Until this blows over, until the next chef does something inappropriate, he can get back in the game.
What's going to signal that it's blown over? Like Louis C.K.'s back. Okay.
Well, dude, that is what will happen.
Heard Lauer's doing a special over there on FX or something.
Well, he's going to have to find, based on the allegations, he's going to have to find the creeps in his stratosphere, like the same ones, so he's got to find someone that
find like Flay did something,
He's got to find the people that have been accused of inappropriate bear hugs, maybe a drunken episode where you wipe titties, pretending it was wine, getting wine off someone, and then when they start crawling back into the limelight, he can go, okay, all right, I think it's safe now to crawl back out. That guy did similar things that I did, and so anyway, ABC, they've come out and said that. He's not going to be on The Chew, which is his daytime show there on the ABC. They've asked him to step away while we review
It's
these
like
allegations.
a daily daytime
And
show.
see, by the way,
Yeah.
if that's
Holy
true,
shit, man.
which I didn't
It's
know,
the Chew on ABC. It's terrible, but
but it still
have
means he has
4
fans.
Fine, E. You can be a fan of his. It's basically just 4 asshole chefs, and they just
Oh, dude, yes, I've seen this.
Like if you're ever homesick, you can price.
You and I
Right
have
or
watched
that.
a couple minutes of that up there and just shook our. We were SNMH.
Yes. ABC came out with a statement that said, ABC takes matters like this very seriously. We are committed to a safe work environment. While we are unaware of any type of inappropriate behavior involving him or anyone affiliated with the show, we will swiftly address any alleged violations of our standards of conduct. We do not want to appear to viewers like we couldn't give a shit less, and that all that has or ever will matter to us is ratings. Well, they didn't say that last part, but that part is true. Now, his wife's not all that hot. You see his wife there?
Yeah, it's pretty normal, regular.
She is the daughter of the guy who created the Coach line,
Holy
the
shit.
purse line, the famous Coach. Susan Kahn,
This
daughter
dude
of
done fucked up.
the late Miles Kahn, co-founder of Coach Handbags.
Which, by the way, did I hear that they're trying to change their brand name?
What?
Yeah, I think they're moving off a Coach to something else.
Why?
I don't know. Why would
That's-
you do
no.
that? You spent all these years establishing this luxury brand.
Yeah, you wouldn't. No, that's fake news, dude. Why would you change Coach's legend? That's like Louis Vuitton.
Maybe it is fake news. I don't know.
I know there's a lot of imposters out there. That's the thing that would suck if you started Coach and there's like $50 knockoffs everywhere. Anyway, they split their time between Greenwich Village in New York and Michigan.
Coach, the brand famous for its handbags, is about to change its corporate name.
What?
It'll soon be called Tapestry.
Bullshit.
What?
Bullshit.
Why would you do that, man?
Wait,
It's
is
like
that just
Rolex changing Rolex.
It's corporate name. It's corporate name. Does
So the
that mean
brand
that?
might stay? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
they're not going to change their Coach
I
handbags
don't know,
to
Mike.
Tapestry, dude. That doesn't make any sense. That's just stupid.
Ah.
It's silly. Admit it.
Especially since Tapestry is a thing already, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure is. Let's take a quick break. Maybe you can bing some more information on that, E. And then, God, we had nice breaking news yesterday. While we were doing this show, the news kind of broke about some Hall of Fame elections. And then the celebrity world is going nuts for a kid who was bullied at school. I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we could watch his video. And
Makes me sad.
yeah, makes me sad.
I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, he's a good boy. We'll get into that and much more next.
Goods are preserved.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to the Detroit Cast, powered by DealsInTheD.com. Mike and Jay. And, boy, that was kind of out of left field, no pun intended. The news dropping yesterday that Jack Morris and Alan Trammell get into the Hall of Fame.
You think that was out of left field?
Yeah.
I knew the vote was coming up.
Well, yeah, because Jack Morris, I guess, not as much, but Alan Trammell.
You don't read any local news. I get it.
Yeah, I don't read much. But
if you did, you would have known that Veterans Committee or whatever the fuck they call themselves vote was coming up. There's like 16 guys were voting, and it's interesting because it takes it out of the hands of the writers specifically. The nerds who can hold grudges and be fucking assholes. And that was Morris's big problem. Was Morris seemed to have the numbers, but he was such a cocksucker to all media, all media for so many years. That they were punishing him was what a lot of people thought. So once it got to this Veterans Committee, for lack of whatever term it actually is, they thought that he probably had a pretty good chance because those guys were peers of his that played with him, a lot of them.
And the Morris one never really made sense. Anyways, I mean, he was on, 3 World Series teams?
Yeah,
but the Twins and the Tigers.
His ERA is high, man. I think it's the highest of any Hall of Famer.
Really?
Yes.
But he was like the guy for his era for a few years there, for a decade there. He was like the big get, when he went to the Twins.
Twins, and Toronto.
Indians.
Blue Jays.
I
don't think he was on the Indians, was he?
I think he was for,
Really?
Yep.
1 year in the 94.
Still counts.
Final year.
Yeah.
People take a lot of issue with the whole sabermetrics thing. Like that when you start getting, well, his WAR was this, blah, blah, blah. When they start diving into all those nerd numbers. And it's like, just what kind of fucking player was the guy, man? Was he sweet or not? Give me this shit. Come on.
You don't like an objective measure?
No, I do, but baseball gets into the weeds.
I know.
WAR above, wins above replacement, like all that shit where you're like, okay, so if he got injured and a suitable, maybe below average replacement was put in there, how many wins would the team lose out? It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? How do you know? I don't know.
Well, there's a computation for it. I don't know.
I understand that, but I know, but it's nerd stuff.
Kind of like the idea of objectively analyzing this instead of just going, well, I remember that guy was really seemed like he always got a hit. It's like if you ask me, Joe Mauer gets a hit every time he plays the Tigers. Doesn't matter who's pitching, he gets a hit every time he comes up. If you ask me,
he should go into the Hall then.
Totally should.
Dude, he's a killer.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, there's just guys like that where you're like, fuck, that guy's good because you're just used to seeing him in certain situations, and then you look back and you're like, maybe he wasn't.
So the panel that you were talking about, the old man panel, that's just basically old ball players. Was George Brett, who shit his pants. Remember, he's got that great story about shitting his pants.
One of my hemorrhoids in the World Series.
Yep. One of my favorites. If you have not heard the George Brett shit his pants story, bing it. It will have you laughing your ass off. And then you've got Rod Carew. Always loved Rod
Hall of
Carew.
Famer Rod Carew.
Mm-hmm. Was he quarter Jew or half Jew?
That is Hall of Famer Rod Carew. I'm not
quarter
sure.
Jewish. Bobby Cox, Braves coach, right?
Manager,
so I remember manager. Yeah. Dennis Eckersley, A's, mustachioed, long hair, mulleted.
Closer.
Let's see, Don Sutton, Dave Winfield. Who else?
Remember when he hit the seagull?
Was that Winfield?
Yes, he turned around and just pegged a seagull off the wall or something. Just wailed this thing, killed it.
Yeah.
And the reporters were like, oh my God!
He didn't do it on purpose, did he?
Totally did it on purpose.
He did?
Yes. Just turned around and whipped a ball at a seagull. This is like in the mid-'80s.
I remember, who was the guy that ripped his girlfriend's cat in half?
Oh, I don't remember that.
He was a giant at one point. He made the one-handed catch, like Kevin something.
What? And he ripped a cat in half?
Yeah, she was being a bitch or something, and that was all he felt he could do.
Remember the story we had? Non-ball player. Just reminds me. Guy grabbed the woman's pug and just, like, banged it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember the story?
He's pissed at his girlfriend, so he butt rapes a pug.
Who's a little wee wisp of a dog.
Didn't deserve it.
What are we doing back there? Why are you back there? Get out of there. Remember the lady that got in the fist fight and she had her dog on a leash?
It's one of my favorite internet videos ever.
Videos.
Picked up Just swung the leash with the dog on the end of it.
Yeah. Dude, she didn't have much of a weapon. The closest she could come to a weapon was the chihuahua she had on the leash.
We've seen the purse many times, but this was, hey, all I got is a dog on a leash, and I'm going to use the end of that thing.
And that poor poops. We're trying to what's going on here? Here it is.
Woman hits another woman with a small dog on a leash. Here it comes. Wind up. Boom.
Get out the way.
The dog is just like, what is going on? What are we doing? Why are we doing this? Dude, that's a direct shot to the head, too.
Dog ass to the head. That was beautifully done.
Oh.
Poetry. Just.
Why can't I remember his name? That he was like a left fielder. Kevin something.
He ripped a fucking cat.
The story was that he ripped the fucking head off a cat.
Never heard that.
Yep.
That's trouble.
I'll find it after the show. E won't be able to find it, I'm sure, but it's Kevin something, I think.
You'd think a Bing search of baseball player rips cat head off.
Yeah, you would find it there.
Giants, San Francisco Giant.
He wasn't always a Giant, but I think when he made the barehanded catch, running backwards, kind of I don't know. I'm not wrong about that story, though. Anyway, so the next question is, if Trammell's in, Sweet Lou, is this a black thing?
Right.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Dude,
here?
I don't even pretend to know the numbers and all that as compared to whatever. I just remember Ozzie Smith getting in. Remember the shortstop for the Cardinals
Dude,
who
he
would
did
do all
those
the
backflips,
flips. He did all
though.
the backflips. He was a flamboyant dude. He didn't hit near what Tram did. He was a great fielder. But that was, to me, all right, if you're letting that dude in, it's kind of like, if you're going to put Vinnie Johnson's number in the rafters, you got to put Chauncey Billups, etc.
But, dude, if you look at Trammell, he had horrible skin, right? He had the acne scars. And then Ozzie Smith is doing backflips on the diamond every day.
True.
And every time you saw one of those, This Week in Baseball, in the package to set the show up in the credits, Ozzie's doing backflips.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? And so you weigh those two things with bad skin complexion for Allen and then Ozzie, just being this character bouncing around the diamond doing flips. I mean, it's going to,
I have a friend who named her child Trammell after Alan Trammell.
Really?
Might be the biggest Tram fan on the planet.
Oh, he's got to be happy today.
They have to.
Sweet Lou will get in, right? His jaws. His jaws number is really high.
Are they saying Sweet Lou will get in?
I don't know. I thought,
because I
there's
think
discussion about
these
him.
guys are to the point where they're no longer eligible on the writers' ballots, right? They're old enough where this is the only thing that can save them, I think, is these veteran groups.
Yeah, or they would have been, you're eligible 15 times or something, unless the first couple times you try to get in, your number is so fucking low that they just take you off the ballot. It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
And so Trammell was one of those, I thought, that was 6% the first time, and Whitaker too. And so they really overlook those guys. But they say, that when you look at Whitaker, he ranks 13 in JAWS, which is another one of these sabermetrics that puts your numbers up against, basically, if I've got this right, puts your numbers up against other Hall of Famers at your position, guys that are already in the Hall. And he ranks 13th among second basemen who are in, for whatever that means. I don't know. So good luck to him. It'd be cool to see for us locally, obviously.
I certainly have fond memories, as everybody
Mitchell
does. 1984 Tigers. I mean, that was the team, right? I mean, we were kids. We were little kids back then, and that was the first championship run that I remember following, and that was awesome. Of course, those are household names: Chet Lemon and Kirk Gibson, all those guys. I was a Lemon fan more than anybody.
Oh, dude, Chet Lemon.
Chet.
Fuck yeah, with that ratty ass mid out in center. Huge fan.
Big fro poking out the side of his head.
Oh, loved it. Loved it.
Baseball urban legend confirmed. Mets All-Star Kevin Mitchell did decapitate girlfriend's cat, says ex-teammate. Wow.
Doc
Gooden talked about witnessing the horrifying incident. In his autobiography, Mitchell went on to refute the claim, saying Gooden made the story up. However, former teammate and friend Daryl... So we got Gooden and Strawberry vouching for this.
Yeah.
Strawberry said the incident happened in an interview he gave while promoting a new book.
So is there anything in the story that he says, read through that? Is there anything in there that... See, I remember Kevin Mitchell played for the Giants for a while. He must have been on that 86 Mets team.
Yeah.
He must have been, around those. See if there's anything in there, that they say what happened or what it was about. I thought it was something like get back at a girlfriend.
Yeah. It says here, something about mad at his girlfriend or something, and he said, I'm going to kill the cat.
He's a different type of guy. Great guy, super teammate. I guess he figured that the girlfriend was acting a little crazy, so fuck it, I'll kill her cat.
Wow. That's
yeah.
psychopathic, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, she played her part too. I mean, obviously, she was doing something to get him mad enough to kill a cat.
Hey, this segment's brought to you by Mayer and Company Accountants. If you dread doing your personal or business taxes as much as you dread a big bear hug by Mike, let Kyle Mayer handle it all for you. Kyle's a pro. You can trust him. Don't waste your time trying to figure out all those damn tax forms, numbers, and deductions. Leave it all to Kyle. Call him today, 248-521-0016. If you're one of the first 100 TDC listeners, you get the special price of $69. But even if you're not in that lucky 100, tell him the Detroit Cast sent you. You get 10% off your tax preparation bill.
You know what, Jay? I'm going to try and hold off the tears for you today and save you watching a little kid crying.
I've watched it.
Video. We can talk about it tomorrow because we're going to run out of time here. But I could make you laugh instead.
Okay.
More news out of Kim Jong-Un.
Oh, boy.
He learned how to drive a car at the age of 3, right?
Sure.
He did. He also reportedly at one point had 11 holes in one. Un did. I don't know. I thought his granddad had like 17 or 16 holes in one his first round of golf.
I thought his father, 17 out of 18 were holes in one.
Clearly, golf runs in the family. They should be playing more golf than anything, but they appear to have a real knack for it. Anyway, now North Korea state media has claimed that Un climbed an 8,000-foot mountain over the weekend. He managed to scale Mount Pektu through thick snow, and he reached the summit.
Just over the weekend, huh?
Mm-hmm. He's only like 320, 330 now. 5'9", 330, I believe. And here he is. You want proof that he did it? There he is.
Oh, I know. I saw,
on top of the mountain.
I saw him. Yep.
His shoes look a little shiny, they point out, for someone who just hiked up an 8,000, the face of an 8,000 foot
You ever
mountain.
walked in real snow in dress shoes? Yeah.
They don't grip
They
real
don't,
well.
no, not real
the
well.
bottoms of those are, even if you scuff them up, the bottoms of those are just
Tend to be pretty slippery.
they're better for moonwalking than they are hiking mountains.
I would say that's correct.
Yeah. So anyway, he managed to scale this through thick snow, no hat, no gloves. He's got this trench coat on, this long nipples to knees trench coat. And
No helicopter involved here? No?
I don't see one.
Yeah.
There he is.
Standing
Look at that son of a
majestically.
bitch.
Just a big smile on his face. What an asshole.
Rodong Sinmun reported how Kim's eyes reflected the strong beams of the gifted great person, seeing in the majestic spirit of Mount Pektu the appearance of a powerful socialist nation with dynamically advances full of vigor, without vacillation at any raving dirty wind on the planet. Raving dirty wind on the planet. Boy, that's well written. I like that. It's a sacred birthplace, Mount Pektu, of his father, or his grandfather, Kim Il-sung.
His grandfather was born on the top of a mountain.
I guess. It's the sacred birthplace of the secret state's first dictator, Kim's grandfather.
It's like Zeus was a thunderbolt or some shit, right?
Right.
Same
Well,
idea.
that's true. I forgot about Zeus, sure. It's reportedly the birthplace of the earliest Korean leader ever recorded, Dan-gun, who, according to legend, founded the early kingdom of Uchisin in 2333 BC.
Is that a broken chain right behind him?
Yeah.
That can't stand.
Shit.
I'm shocked. That
Somebody
you would
must
allow-
die.
How do you
including
know-
the photographer that took him in front of that broken chain.
Yeah, why would they?
They don't make broken chains in North Korea.
You know what happened? He's
fell.
too fat to
He
put his
fell.
legs over the chain, and so someone had to unhook it and lay it on the ground so he could walk past.
This
Dude.
way, Supreme Leader.
Let me move that for you, sir. You might trip and fall. Can't lift fat ham hock rig 1 foot up in the ground up in here to go over.
That son of a bitch, dude.
I just don't know if I believe that. He's in dress pants, dress shoes.
Yeah,
Oh, you just don't know?
double-breasted.
Dude,
I know. He didn't. I mean, dude, there was a helicopter or some Sherpa freaking just carried him up there.
Dude, I don't know. They said
Do
it's
you think
true.
he piggybacked it?
Possibly.
You can't piggyback.
What fucking behemoth piggybacked Un up there? Is that possible?
8,000 feet.
Well,
That's
maybe
pretty
if you
high,
just put
right?
maybe if you just placed him in something, they dragged him up. I don't know. He did not climb the mountain dressed like that.
You don't, dude. How can you say that? Were you
He
there?
always draws these sweeping conclusions. You know what I
I
mean?
know. It's
really
just
bothersome.
bullshit, dude. What's next? He didn't learn to drive when he was 3?
He didn't get 17 holes in one his first round out?
11. Don't be absurd. So yeah, the mountain is believed to be the site of the deadliest volcano eruption in history. There are fears it may erupt again as a result of their nuclear testing they keep doing. They're feeling tectonic shakes under the fucking earth from where they keep blasting these. The last nuclear shit he tested, 10 times as powerful as the A-bomb.
Huh.
10 times as powerful. Remember that one that made that giant mushroom?
Oh, I
mushroom
remember.
crowd?
Sure.
Yes, very good mushroom crowd. 10 times as big.
Wow.
1,000 years ago, this volcano under this mountain here exploded. It exploded so violently the ash fell as far away as Japan. So anyway,
crazy volcano.
gotta get him off there. He's got to sled down that thing or something. Why would he be hiking up there? It's just dangerous.
Hey, the holiday season has come upon us. Gross. And
Gross.
that means two things. One, Etard will be taking his second shower of the year. Is that true, Etard?
Yeah, sure.
2, Zod M59 Dodge Ram has rolled out its 2017 Big Finish event. It's the Big Finish event. You know
Okay.
it.
Sure.
The 2017 Big Finish event. Celebrate Santa by
Not
leasing...
the Dutch event, the Finnish
right, it's
event.
Finnish.
Okay.
E's mom, Mrs. Fady, would be there, right?
Oh,
It's a
hell yeah.
Finnish
That's a good
event.
point.
Going
Yeah.
there and cooking for him.
Celebrate Santa by leasing a new 18 Ram Bighorn crew cab 4x4 at just $177 a month. This is a fully loaded Ram Bighorn, and the lease is only 24 months. Get details and surf their massive inventory at dealsinthed.com.
How we doing for email?
We do have some email, Mike. Before we get to that, got to tell you about the Hamlin Pub. 5 locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and 2 in Shelby Township. Hamlin Pub offers a wide selection of craft beers, as you know, and most are brewed right here in Michigan. They have great happy hour specials Monday through Friday, 2 to 6, and half off appetizers on Monday. Check out all their specials at all 5 locations. Go to hamlinpubs.com for more info.
Are there any Massey tickets left? Do you know? Have you checked that lately?
I've not checked.
Dude, if
I
there
don't have
are,
the
there are
ability to
very
check.
few.
Yeah, those things are going fast. If you want to go see Mike Massey at the Hamlin Pub, and we've got Pro Sound coming in for that one and PA system, so it
Pro
should
period sound coming in.
Pro period sound. Yep. So it should sound really good. It's going to be at the 25 in Van Dyke Hamlin Pub on February 2nd, Groundhog's Day. You heard that right, 2018. So it's a bit a ways away. Is that how you say that?
Sure.
But the last time we had people that drove for quite a while and weren't able to get in, and so we're selling tickets this time. So if you want to go on our website. Jay, where do you point them to again? The
Yeah, go
events?
to DetroitCast.com under Interact. You'll see that on our homepage, Interact, and then you'll see events under that. And while you're there, why not peruse everything else? While you're there, why not use the Amazon link?
Yes.
Amazon.
Amazon.
There's never been a company quite like Amazon.
Yes, Charlie Rose has told me all about it. I had someone write me a message yesterday saying, "Guys, I went on your new site for merch,
Yeah.
and I ordered 14 things. It went off without a hitch.
What?
It'll be delivered before Christmas. I got charged shipping for one.
Well.
All those things were shipped as
Well.
one. I was able to use my American Express card as well. It went swimmingly.
Excellent. And
I
members,
couldn't be happier.
Members can use their 10% discount as well.
That's right. That's right. All new merch.
I can't
I'm
stop
not wearing
looking
it.
at his embroidery.
Dude, I can't
It's
stop looking at
striking.
yours. It's
The
absolutely
detail
gorgeous.
just pops.
It does.
It has a sheen. Ben writes in. Hi, guys.
Hi, Ben.
I was at Walmart getting baptism cards made. I was looking for the book of stock. I was looking through the book of stock cards and saw this pic. Jesus, I'm going to show you a pic now. You want to throw that over there? Can you see it, Mike?
No,
I immediately
That's
thought,
hilarious.
what is Eric
Wait.
doing in the book?
you
I
can't
then
put that on,
realized.
Oh.
We've talked about this
I
a
know.
million times. In fact, I told E, remind Mike that you can't put it
No,
over
I
there.
know, but wouldn't it be nice to be able to show that? Why wouldn't
It's
we set this
on.
up?
It's
YouTube
on.
can watch this right now. It's just not.
You can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my.
all right.
I
As long as
immediately
they can see
thought,
it.
what is Eric doing in the book? Then I realized I was staring at a Big E lookalike right down to the grill and plume. I hope I'm not just seeing things. Due to work, I'm way behind on the podcast. I'm on 9/18, so I'm hoping when I get to December, you can read this and see if you agree. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. Ben is so far behind, he hasn't experienced the straightening of the plume.
Yes.
But that's
yes.
exactly what we're looking at here. We're looking at a Big E with a straightened plume. I'd say more hair on the side, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But that is frightening, especially from any sort of distance, or if you squint a little bit. That is Big E. Dude, that's what you'd look like if a hot chick let you touch her.
I know it's
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that chick's hot, E.
right.
E, do you think that looks like you?
I
totally
I
do.
think out of all the ones that people have sent, I think this is the closest I've ever seen. to be
Cards for
honest with you.
Jared. Cards for Jared is
Oh,
closer.
I disagree, but
He's
okay.
dude, and he's just like you. He's special needs and everything. Isn't he like super spectrum guy?
I don't know.
Dude, Cards for Jared is the one, I believe. He's a big Cardinals fan. And people were photoshopping your head onto his, and I could not tell the
That
difference.
was remarkable.
Incredible.
Kid wearing a Cardinals jacket. I remember that. Those starter jackets, just sitting there, sitting in the stands.
Ball game, yep.
4 hours early, but I want to see them. My Cardinals.
Don't touch me. Nobody touch me.
Jameson writes in. Hello, dearest Detroitcast hostesses and
Hello,
and, quote,
Jameson.
producer. My dad's birthday is tomorrow, and me being an almost 16-year-old listener who was introduced to the show by said father, I was wondering if you could give him a birthday shout-out. Oh, Jameson.
He's almost 16. Doesn't that warm you?
Given that your father has very likely stunted your mental and emotional growth,
It's okay. It's all right.
we will break our own rule and tell James, his father, happy birthday.
Jameson.
Happy birthday, James. Congrats
We're-
on
I'm not
falling,
gonna
falling
sing
out
for
of
him,
your...
are
No,
we?
you fell out of your mom's vag today, James.
Yep.
Congrats on that.
Yep.
Enjoy the day, sir.
We're not going to sing for him, right?
No.
Right. Did you have any, when you worked in restaurants, did you have a special birthday song that you guys had to sing?
Happy birthday, happy
wouldn't do it. I
birthday,
wouldn't do it.
birthday.
Do you remember it?
No, because I wouldn't do it.
Could you look it up and see what Red Robins is or something? Maybe you could sing it to him really quick before we get out of here.
I'm not doing
Is it to like the Rock and Robin tune or something?
Happy
birthday. Tweet, tweet, tweet.
No.
Happy
Robin.
birthday. Tweet, tweet, tweet.
No, there was a few. There was the army one. Like, what was it? It'd be like, I'm trying to think. It was like
Happy birthday.
yeah. Bring it on down now. Happy, yeah.
Birthday.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I really don't. I'm trying to
Can
remember.
you
There was
can
that.
you try to look it up or something? Like Jay was nice enough to look
There
up
was
the,
one-
the,
there
the
was one
wiggle.
that-
Get on down for the squiggly.
Come on.
That was
Get
an
on down.
embarrassing
There
thing
was
that
one
he had to do.
There was one like you just said. I think you guys, not the army one, but the other one.
The Rockin' Robin?
No, no, not that. Like happy birthday, happy birthday. I don't remember.
Come on, E, you had it. You had it.
Yeah,
No,
get
that-
it
I
going.
could tell you remembered it.
Get
You
I
were looking at
don't,
my
dude.
eyes.
I don't
Just
remember
include
it.
Jameson's name. Happy birthday.
No, it's James.
I do
James.
not remember them. I'm serious.
Happy birthday. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Happy birthday. Tweet,
Tweedly. Happy birthday. Tweet.
Here, this is better. This is video of people doing it from Red Robin.
Well, if you remember the hook, E,
Sing
feel free to sing
along,
along.
E.
Here, okay, here.
All right, so this is for James, right?
Whoa.
Whoa. For must to you.
I can't believe this person filmed this. This
Dude.
has 10,000 views on YouTube.
Do you remember
Fuck.
that,
That
E?
was tits,
Yes,
man. Just
I
they were
do.
clapping, and then they did
Did you
some.
put it over there, E? I didn't get to watch
Oh, sorry,
that.
sorry.
They
Yeah,
did some
you're
sweet like
selfish.
arm thing.
No
man.
shit.
Yeah, this would be hard. See
Oh, they
that?
slow it down.
Birthday and fuck you, James. Something like that. I think they ended that weird, but
Wow, yeah.
all right, let's sing. Let's see. This is the Red Robin one.
No, they're both. They're different songs.
Happy birthday. Yes, we definitely have birthday
Forgot
here.
about this one.
Poor ladies.
It's so dumb.
Poor
they're
ladies gotta
so
do
bummed.
that.
I mean, we would just end up trying to be.
There's Pete in his Motorhead shirt. Sitting here in my Motorhead shirt having my Red Robin birthday. I get a free piece of cake and shit with that.
Right. It was so annoying, honestly.
Does someone here have a birthday? Yes, I have a birthday.
And to be fair, I believe that at least 70% of the times it was asked, it was like knowing that
Bullshit.
knowing that the person didn't want it. Like it was not like the person
So
was like,
nobody wants to be taking part in this.
No.
it's
Hell
more
no.
like me, like going. Like I'd have people come up and be like, "Hey, he does not want this to happen, but it will embarrass him. Can you sing the
Yeah.
song?" So
You're like,
Yeah.
sure.
The only time it's acceptable to have that go on at your table is if it's like 6 months from someone's birthday.
Yeah.
And you pull it off like, oh, it's Jay's birthday. He's going to deny it, but it is.
Yeah.
And you go
Then
over
I
there
get the
and,
little brownie.
happy birthday, Jay. Happy birthday, Jay. Ugh.
Ken writes in concerning Campus Martius. Dear Fit, Funny, and whatever.
Fit. Oh, I get to be funny. They didn't make a fat joke.
Mike is 100% right to be concerned
Yeah, I
about
know.
people smashing their heads on the ice at Campus Martius. My wife has been recovering from a concussion. She was concussed.
Wow.
She was concussed.
How long ago?
She's been concussed for 3 weeks.
Get out of here.
My son was goofing around, says Ken, and bumped into her on the ice. She lost her balance and down she went. She smacked her head on the ice. It was so loud that everybody skating
Yep.
looked to see what the noise was. Here it is 3 weeks later, and she still has issues remembering things.
Holy shit.
Also getting words and phrases mixed up. It was pretty scary at first, but she's getting better. Hopefully has a full recovery. Goodbye BUI for now, Ken. Oh my gosh. Hopefully she does fully recover. 'Cause
Yes,
that's some
no
tricky
kidding.
Shit.
If she doesn't, though, that's kind of nice because anytime you get anything wrong, you can go, well, I was concussed 12 years ago, and so, sorry.
Built-in excuse for
Built
anything.
in for anything. Absolutely. I don't remember how to do that. You know,
turkey's too dry. Sorry, I was concussed 12 years ago. Oh, you don't like how the vacuum the stairs? Oh, I was concussed 12 years ago.
Yeah, you know, the whole concussed thing, so go fuck yourself. Oh, I don't remember how to give proper blowjobs? Well, remember when I was concussed 7.5 years ago? Yeah. Go suck your own dick, faggot. I'm out. I could barely remember I was concussed. That's how bad I was concussed.
Jeff writes in concerning Yuletide cheer. Dear round, morally sound, and likely to pound. Having heard that one of my podcast heroes made his way Downton, to see the glorious Christmas tree at Campus Martius, I found it necessary to inform you of another monumental beacon of holiday spirit. 2 of your loyal listeners decorate a beast of a Christmas tree located at Detroit Medical Center in Midtown.
What?
Knowing that the king is a visual learner, I've included a picture of said evergreen. Good tidings to you all. Goodbye. And here we go. That's a beautiful evergreen.
Is it proper?
It's proper. I'd say she's about 30 feet, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They missed a spot.
I was just going to say, dude, there's some bulb patchiness
They
going
missed
on
a
in
spot,
there.
but it's beautiful.
It could be fixed with tinsel. You don't even need to bulb it. You could just string some tinsel in there.
Yeah, I agree.
Fix that thing up proper.
I do wonder why the line is so taut. Looks like they have an electrical line coming off here pretty taut. I mean,
Oh, boy, that's a hazard.
a snowmobiler passing by might decapitate
Okay,
him.
take his head clean off.
We got a lot of stuff going on down here. You know, a lot of showing electrical outlets.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was spoiled because the one in
She's a beaut.
where I was, it's gorgeous. Yeah, is there a? Can we see if there's a star on top?
No,
I need a star on top always. The one in Campus Martius that I saw is coming out of a fountain, you know, and so I was kind of spoiled with that. I mean, there's like a whole fountain thing you can sit around it, and in the middle of the fountain is a platform, and the tree starts.
I'll be
and it just
damned.
boom, in all its glory, right from
So
there.
that one's not going to dry out, huh?
Hell no, it's not.
It does have a star. Look,
Okay, it does.
I think.
Is it a big enough star to be?
Or is that a dove? I don't know what that is.
Let's see if I can. Yeah. Well, you're
Sure,
sort
it's
of
a secular symbol.
See, can you see that? See that? See the water
Look
there?
at you guys. You're all look at them. They're all holiday dressed. He's got his hat on. She's got her hat on. They're all bundled up for the holidays.
Well, it's festive time.
Oh my.
Feeling rather
The
festive.
weather outside is frightful. Yeah, look at him.
Delight.
See it over here. Let's
He's-
see it.
Yeah,
Dude,
look
do you
at
have
us
a
there.
scarf? Do you have a scarf?
I'm not
definitely
scarfed.
does.
What do you?
Yeah, she definitely does,
Of
right?
course she does. It's the
Are you
holiday
scarfed?
season. I am not scarfed, sir.
They should be like walking down the street with packages in hand, gift wrapped, right?
I am gloved. Shit, you can see my glove over the shoulder.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, it looks like a typical movie scene
Guys
out
are-
of a
guys
holiday
are
movie
white
scene.
people. Big time
Yeah,
white people.
bigly. Bigly. But see the fountain that I was talking about? Can you see it there?
The font.
The fountain.
Yeah. Yep.
The
I
water
do see it.
streaming?
Yeah, sure. Okay, that's good. Won't dry out. It'll be nice and moist.
Oh, no.
Through the holiday season.
Was this tree brought to me by DTE Energy?
I'm gonna say it was brought to you by Pine Knob. I'm living and dying with. Okay.
I'm fine with that. If
Brought
Pine
to you
Knob
by
wants to
Pine
give me
Knob. I'm not going to DTE, man. We'll save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
But if you look at that tree really quick, not to rub it into the other guys, but there's not a bald patch in there.
Yeah, there's not.
You see that?
Yeah.
See the way it's just evenly done and no spot.
In their
is unaccounted
defense, though,
for.
it sounds like 2 of them did that at the DNC. You know?
Yeah. Well, how many? You don't know how many Pine Knob members did that. Maybe it was 1. I don't know.
No way.
Yeah. All right. You good? You're done?
Save the rest for tomorrow.
All right. Maybe I'll make you watch the Kid Cry video again tomorrow.
I don't want
Just
to
to
watch
make
it
you
again.
weep. Why do people gotta bully me?
Poor
They
kid.
make fun of my nose. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging with us. I gotta start baking, man. The hours are just ticking away today. Yeah, full plate in store for me today. So have a great rest of the day, everybody. Thank you for hanging with us. We'll do it again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you all then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.